this show is a straight up horror show.
I can't.
I don't remember season 1 being that stressed.
Well,
it was.
Not at the beginning. It like ramped up into this level of stress. This is like stress right out the gate, like immediate stress.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Euphoria Season 2.
Finally!
Three full years later. 2.5.
2.5. Yeah.
Season 2, Episode 1.
Trying to get to heaven before they close the door. Yeah.
Man.
Written and directed by Sam Levinson. He doesn't direct all of them.
I am a big fan, but I just... Woof.
Who hurt you, Sam Levinson? That's my question.
It's like, I actually love the show, and I feel weird for loving it, because I'm like, these are kind of like garbage teenagers. Like, what are 3 of them actually good people? Like,
Lexi's okay.
She's the only good one, and then...
Lexi's okay. I feel like Cassie is mostly okay.
She's struggling. I'm actually excited. I think that... So Cassie was one of the standouts.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Cassie is struggling, but it's not her fault. It's Alana Ubach's fault.
Her mother's.
Yeah.
Cassie was one of my favorite parts of the first season, and it's looking like they're going to give both her and Sydney Sweeney a bit more of a front.
Which I love. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I heard from someone who had seen like screeners and stuff that they said that there's a real chance that she could get into the award talk this season. I don't fully... I should have watched season 1 again, because on top of that, I binged the first season. We talked about, like, we didn't do it episodically, but we talked about it back when we did the podcast.
If you go to our website, soimwatching.com, you can search Euphoria, and you'll find all the coverage we've done.
But because you hadn't seen it, because I kind of made you watch it. I was like, you have got to see it. Yeah. And it's definitely Sam Levinson's style. He brings it's an unnecessary but welcome flourish, but like bordering on fantastical, like bordering on whimsy. And it is a very interesting and very talented and dynamic cast of kids that are playing these terrible teenagers.
They all, in real life, they all seem like they're great. Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking to see how many episodes Sam Levinson has directed, and instead, I'll tell you exactly why Ellen Barkin did not play Fez's grandmother. He used to date her. Sam Levinson used to date
Isn't
Ellen
he not
Barkin.
that old?
He is 30. He just turned 37 like 2 days ago.
Ellen
Barkin
my God.
Is like 60. From 2008 to 2011, they dated. Yeah. We got a real Bo Burnham thing going on with Sam Levinson.
God. So I made that comment because it was like Animal Kingdom. That whole like first 20 minutes was like an episode of Animal Kingdom. But man, so yeah, I remember tonal things, and like I remember faces, and I remember like which characters do I like and don't, and yada yada. But I don't exactly remember everything from season 1. And I'm not entirely sure where we are in relation to season 1. Is this meant to be like that New Year? Like, so like 2 weeks later?
I guess. Well, first of all, New Year's is 1 week from Christmas. Not even. So this is like
it was
1 week post the specials. But yeah.
It just sort of everybody, like when Jules was back in town, I was like, like we just got right back into it.
Well, she was like heading back at the end of her special. She had decided to go home.
Right. I remember the specials being good, but they didn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
They didn't like really land because I was so excited for the other kids.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Jules and Rue are fascinating characters and yada yada, but their romance is not the thing I'm the most interested in.
Sure, I do like it, but it's I agree.
I enjoy
it's not
it.
My favorite.
But we got some, I think, much needed and valuable insight into Fez, who he is, where he came from. He was rescued by his grandmother from an abusive father, and we got the first of 3 exciting penises in this episode. That one was fake, but the other 2 were real.
That one was 100% fake because I don't think it would have stayed up after getting shot in both legs. That's my medical. That's realistically medical where expertise. I'm like, nah.
And so she took in Fez, and she was just, I mean, well, watch Animal Kingdom on TNT for that story. It was
very like that.
And they finally explained Ash, where he came from. He was a baby that she just acquired, and such.
He was collateral, and then the mother just never came back to pick him up.
I'm going to go ahead and call that a win for Ash. I mean, he's not in a great place.
Could go either way.
Well, ultimately,
he didn't watch his mother die from drugs in front of him, so
yeah. And I mean, he might have he might have just been a dead for the end of that story. Watch Dr. Sleep.
Yeah.
So I want to say he's better off with Fez and Fez's grandmother.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like all of it's like
it's still percolating.
And we had we have a new starring character, and that is Chloe. What's not even her name?
No, Faye.
The actress's name is Chloe.
Oh, okay.
We have Faye. I fucking loved Faye.
She was very funny.
The show just trusted us to be on board, and she was a strong ingredient to come in. She had the lips. She had the shooting heroin right in the cooter. It was
even Rue was like, that's your whole crotch. Like, what are we doing here?
And they stripped him down, which really did us a favor, because I have been dying to get some kind of glimpse as to what was under these horrible sweaters that Fez is rocking. And he's cute.
I kind of like the sweaters, if I'm being honest. It's like a departure from normal TV drug dealer wear. I like it. I kind of like it.
He's cute. I kind of love
His name is Angus Cloud. I'm obsessed with him. I think Fez is just the coolest. I would absolutely be Lexi in this episode and just like, well, he thinks I'm smart and funny.
Oh, no. Lexi.
Well, she did also then see him beat Nate's face in.
And so, I don't think it... I don't think it was the deterrent it should have.
Okay, I don't think it was a full deterrent, but I think she is kind of like,
Part of it's very Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Very Beauty and the Beast. Part of me had a tiny question mark as to whether or not that they had killed Nate off.
I don't think so. No.
Because I do find Nate interesting. He is the worst. And it's not even as simple.
He's so hot and he's so terrible.
Well, I was going to say it's not even as simple as that. I think he's that hot. I mean, I do think Jacob L. Rhodey is hot.
He's also 6'5".
Holy moly.
Yeah. He was like towering over
but
McKay.
There's just, I don't know, like that scene was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And so fucking loaded. And McKay called him out and he just like whoosh. And I said, not for nothing, and not in exactly like I wasn't McKay in that situation, but I have had that interaction with repressed straight men before. It's wild. You never fully are like, because you just want to be like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Because you are not behaving appropriately, but you're also not acknowledging that you're behaving appropriately. So I just feel like quadruple crazy.
So I think that Nate is just a psycho. And it like doesn't help. Wasn't he like beating himself up like kind of like Mark Wahlberg in Fear in season 1?
Well, he fucking shit the bed like because his dad was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And he was like pounding on the floor. It was nuts.
It was super nuts. That's right. Okay.
And I mean, I because this is a show with several dirtbags that have potential hearts of gold, and so I do sort of. Just the one.
I think it's just the one.
I hate McKay too. He's got it. Ugh.
I don't even think it's McKay. I think it's Fez only.
That's what I said. I hate McKay too. Yeah. He's got to go. But I do like that because obviously, like, there's a subversion with Nate where us, the audience, we're trying so hard to romanticize him. And, like, because I knew it was wrong and I still fell for the him and Jules in the first season.
Yeah.
I, like, thought that they were like, oh, but maybe her love can.
Yeah, no.
And so I do think it is interesting to be like, here's, like, a hot dirt bag. And also he's clinically awful and nothing can or will be done. It's interesting. It's interesting.
For me, it's a real Patrick Bateman type of thing.
Well, and I think Jacob, he, to say it a fourth time, interesting. He's at least making it interesting.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that, I mean, it's like a really fun departure for such a hot dude. Like, he could be making bank. Just doing nothing, and he's doing something. He's a
little pretentious. He kind of like was running his mouth a little bit about like he wants to make art that matters, and it's like, okay, kissing booth. Like, sure. I was a little defensive of him because I was like, I feel like the kissing booth. I think he fell into that.
Yeah,
I think like I don't think that was his like I'm gonna put all my chips.
I'm gonna make art with the kissing booth. No, I mean it can go either way, but I do appreciate that, because like he doesn't need to be on this show, you know what I mean? Like he could be just like raking in money doing something else, and so I appreciate that.
I fucking fucking hate Maddie too, but also in a way that because I think I was a little bit
you kind of liked her in season 1.
Well, no, it's what I think I was a little bit slanderous with
Alexa Demi.
Yeah, I think I was kind of like, she's bad too. And I'm going to rescind that. I think that, especially based on this episode, she was bringing stuff to Maddie that, as much as I hate her, she was kind of cracking me up. So
I don't think Alexa Demi is bad. I just think that she and Maddie are the same.
that was sort of my takeaway.
Like, and I don't think she's acting very
well. I think she's, based on this episode, I think she's doing more than she.
This was the most charming I've found her,
and
for sure.
But I do absolutely adore Cassie. I am so, and she's this kind of exciting, like, and it's not exactly dichotomy, but it's like she seems to be actually like sweet and kind of a gentle soul.
Yeah.
And so to be sort of, as we'll go with worldly as she is, it's interesting. And it's sort of like, you really get the sense, because you, like you said in the beginning, like her mother's doing her like no favors. And it's sort of like she's aware that she's like not making great decisions,
but she doesn't know how to get out of the cycle.
One, it's the kind of thing that's like, I think that the decisions feel good at first, and she hasn't quite learned how to, because the whole thing, that whole ride with Nate.
Well, he sees her outside the gas station because she has jumped out of Lexi's car.
I do like that they did just dump us into the season. Yeah, like there was no like, here's what you meant. Like there was a recap, but they didn't like didn't ease us into.
No, it's great. So she's at this gas station. Nate finds her outside, and she's like, "I'm trying to just be by myself because I keep making bad decisions," or it was something like that. And then immediately she's in the car with him, and they're drinking, which is already a red flag. And then he starts going 110 miles an hour wherever they are. And that's horrible. And then they go over a bump, and the beer spills all over her, and she takes her seatbelt off.
Well, she's scared at first.
Yeah.
She actually is scared. And then I don't know if this is in her warped reality, if this is her version of trying to make a different decision, but she decides to just go with it.
Yeah.
And so she unbuckles her seatbelt, takes off her underwear, and then hangs out the window, which there's like a famous video. A woman died doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Many women died doing that in Death Proof. So.
You want me to get in a car?
The thing that killed Sidney Poitier?
And so then, and I mean, she's proper drunk, but they're at the party, and everybody's at this party. Mm-hmm. Well, but then on top of it's very, very, he gives large parties, and I love large parties. It's so intimate.
All parties, there isn't any privacy.
You have to stop every time you do the whole fucking thing.
Because it's amazing. It is amazing. she's like blacked out. Well, like I said, she's proper drunk. And so she's just straight banging Nate. And apparently the only bathroom in this massive like ranch house.
There's no way. And Maddie, this is the part of Maddie that I hate because she's like knocking on the door, trying to get in the bathroom, and then she literally won't stop banging on the door. And then she realizes that Nate's inside and she keeps banging on the door.
But it's like only in that moment does Cassie snap out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, and it took those two dummies way too fucking long to come up with the master plan of hiding in the shower.
Hide in the bathtub. Come on. No, it's ridiculous. And I just sort of like, I don't know. And then she like just kept making fun of Nate for taking a shit at a party. And
it was weird. It was real dumb.
I loved the other guy that just, I don't know who he is, if he's got a name or anything, but he just came in and was like, hey, sorry, I gotta take a shit though.
Well, no, he was like, you're really hot. Well, I'm still gonna take a shit. And it was just Dangle City.
Yeah.
Like
that was the second of the
three exciting. Three exciting. That was the third. The second one was in the drug deal in the beginning.
Right.
With Mouse, I guess. I don't know.
Who cares?
I'm wondering if that is going to have anything to do with anything.
I don't know. Well, the reason that they were there is because Fez needs a new supplier because Ash killed the guy that gave Rue fentanyl.
Oh!
And the guy with the nose bandage he hit him in the face.
I appreciate.
But I think he went the pointy end in the guy that gave Rue fentanyl.
I mean, I saw the hole in his head.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that scene now in a way that I was just like, well, this is just, I thought it was just like the violence check.
No.
I didn't realize it was story based.
That woman, Lori, I think is Fez's new supplier now.
Okay. So then we might get Faye back.
Maybe.
Well, because we also think hot shit guy might be. We thought we recognized. We saw him.
I saw him in the trailer.
Well, and then Rue met a new boy who was cute.
He was cute, Elliot,
and he just all of these kids.
Yeah,
just run because like he got the Rue special.
She's a little like
classic Rue. Yeah. Where they had to get the right combination of uppers and downers so that her heart didn't give out.
So she like probably did the heroin that Faye left in the car. And then she came in and they snorted something. And then she was like, uh-oh, I think I'm going into cardiac arrest. And he was like, are you fucking serious? And she was like, I just need to snort an Adderall. So she did. And then she was mostly fine, I guess. And then she was smoking weed. So just downer, upper.
There's a cultural
downer, upper.
Is that what it's like? Cultural tourism or something?
Yeah.
Is that what that thing's called? There's an element of that this with this show where we're just kind of sitting there like,
oh my god.
What did he say?
Also, when Faye was shooting up, Rue was like, "I don't think you should be doing that." She goes, "It's just heroin."
It was very funny.
Yeah.
It was very funny. So I'm trying to think. Barbie Ferreira, what was her name? Kat,
yeah.
She still has her boyfriend, and it seems like they're performing their relationship because
maybe a little.
He like surprised her, and she was like, "Oh, hey, you, I love you." And then there was that sort of montage, the Levinson, yeah. And it was the last scene of The Graduate. They were just like,
oh yeah.
Sitting there. Yeah, Jules, I love Jules, actually. I have I'm Rue. I think Hunter Schafer is so captivating.
She's super captivating.
But she is just sort of, and it is, and I was gonna say it's not just a manic pixie dream girl, and it's like, I mean, she fucking is, wings and all, but it's very, this is like an inside joke for long-time fans of ours, but she reminds me of the elves in Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Where it's just sort of, she's just kind of beautiful and worthless.
Yeah. I get it for sure.
And it's just like, oh, I wish I could, but I'm just like, oh.
Oh no. Yeah. Or did I put Jean and Scott back up? No. But the like, oh, my gluten allergy.
Oh yeah. And so they're like back together, not being together.
Yeah.
which is that's their thing. So, and then I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we really need to touch? Well, we did say that Fez, he had his like meet with Lexi, and the man, fireworks.
It was like pretty amazing, actually. But here's the thing is like in the moment, it's very exciting for both of them because she's smarter than anyone he's ever met before. And he is cooler than anyone she's ever met before. And in like a real way, not like a Cassie Maddie way.
Maud's grown into her stuff. She looked beautiful. Her acting's a little bit more refined. Tuned. Yeah.
But here's the thing. They'll never make it work. So I predict they bang it out for this season and something terrible happens and that's the end of it. Because, you know, she can't go to Harvard or wherever she's trying to go and take along her semi-illiterate drug dealer boyfriend.
One of them's dying.
Oh no!
Do you know? No, I'm just saying like that is a Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, for sure.
Into the true definition of the word. And so, yeah, he attacked Nate. It was kind of, and that was just from Nate menacing Jules and Rue.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
he's just a nightmare across the board. He is like a bad guy.
No, I understand.
And Fez was like, I'll kill you the next time that you fuck with Rue. And he even said, one of them asked, like, what did you bring a kid here for? And it was like, the kid's not a kid, it's my partner, which is what his grandmother said about him. And it's like, and what are you doing bringing a high school girl? And he was like, she's family. So he fucking loves Rue. And I would also punch Jake Elordi for Zendaya. So, but he went with a half-empty vodka bottle first that he smashed over his head, and then just
it was like Stranger Things when Dacre Montgomery went after.
Oh yeah,
I was like, he might not.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty intense.
So yeah, we got a minimum of 6 more episodes.
Yeah, I think there's only 7. IMDb says only 7, so we'll see.
We'll see. So watch the space and check back in and watch Euphoria with us.
Bye.
I can't. I was trying to do like the music.
No, it's like
the. I'm gonna.
You're still trying. It's not happening.
We need the lights to like.